the biggest takeaway for me, man, I'm like, damn, Ray Vaughn is a piece of like, bro,
yeah.
I know,
no,
bro.
he tells us. You listen to this, bro.
Bruh, he ain't worth a damn.
Right.
Yeah.
He ain't worth a damn, kid.
It'd be hard to be his homie.
Bruh.
It'd be hard to be his homie.
I'm like, this man ain't worth a damn, kid.
He took his brother's lunch money.
Yeah, like, bruh.
He's staying at somebody's crib.
Then a hip hop album review. I guess technically a mixtape, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, he calls it a mixtape.
Ray Vaughn, the good, the bad, the dollar menu. Now look, we've been covering this whole East Coast, West Coast thing that Joey Badass and Ray Vaughn have kind of started, and there's a whole bunch of players. But go back to our live, because we actually had Reason break down why he responded and some of the lines that he had, and just the overarching angle that he had with the Bad Apple. What's the name?
The Dead Apple.
The Dead Apple. You know I'm bad with names, but the Dead Apple. So go check that live out. Also, become a patron so that way you guys can get all of the exclusive tracks that we get from some of your favorite artists on the listening. That's the only place that you're gonna be able to hear them. We just had Nick Grant not too long ago. We had Shay Noir to jump us off with the listening, that whole series. And there are songs that are unreleased that you can't get nowhere else. It's not on the internet. So become a patron so that way you can go back and listen to those. But today we are talking about Ray Vaughn, the good, the bad, the dollar menu. I will start here. I know of Ray Vaughn, heard of Ray Vaughn, but this is my first like sit down listen to a project of his. And I guess this is like a thing that TDE looks for, because it's something that I love. It's always about the introspection, but he wasn't just introspective here. He was extremely vulnerable, right? Like, and being broke and not having much and the come up story, that's a thing that we hear a lot of hip hop, right? So a lot of, and a lot of people, especially now in the financial times and, you know, like shit is expensive, people are broke. However, the fact that he talked about his mom having like mental health issues, and
Flat Shasta.
Yeah. You know, like I felt like, it's like, whoa, that's a level of vulnerability that I don't know, you know, like a lot of people will come out with on their first project like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure this is not his first project, but this is one of the
like
ones
the first one that's
out there.
Yeah, that's
you know what I'm saying?
Being promoted.
Yes,
It's really being pushed.
100%.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? To peel those layers back. And then the other thing that this made me feel was like, damn, you know what? I'm starting to get old, because some of the language and some of the vernacular, and it could just be a Cali thing, like flocking. I didn't know that was like, you know, running up in people's house, because when Isaiah Rashad did it, like I knew what he was talking about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he is Southern. I grew up in Miami, so maybe that was the connect. But flocking, then, you know, it wasn't until his homie or somebody that was on the phone talking about, man, why you over here flocking? And he jumping in it. I'm like, oh, that's what that means, nigga. I felt 40 like a motherfucker, bro. Like I felt old.
Yeah, bro.
But all that being said, man, and shout out to Reason too, because he gave us some insights on what he thought about Ray Vaughn. I don't disagree. Like, he is a hell of a writer. And this project, it was not necessarily all over the place, but it had like two different feels to me. It felt like this new LA sound that we heard on GNX, and it also had some more traditional, more emotional sounding hip hop on it. So it kind of pulled you sonically in a lot of different ways, but it kind of makes sense because of the story that he's telling throughout. So some of it, you know, you had to get hype and, you know, be on your LA shit, and some of it, you know, you're being self-reflective and really diving deep into some of the things that have gotten you to the point that you're at. You know what I'm saying? And one of the other things too that I'm gonna mention before I pass it on, when he was talking about his cousin was saying he don't believe in God because God would have helped me out getting this job. God would have not took my mom and my dad from me. God wouldn't have killed my baby. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I was just like, yo, like this is a lot.
Some real shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a lot to put on the table to allow somebody to digest. I think it's the best way to connect with people because people go through all of this type of stuff all the time. And the way he did it, I have to give him a round of applause because it takes a big man to admit that shit on record like that.
I agree. This man, I'm like torn with this project because he checks all the boxes as far as like being vulnerable, like being honest. You know what I'm saying? I know we've always talked about MCs kind of like being honest. We don't want to hear the same shit. We want to hear your story. So he told that story. You know what I'm saying? You can definitely hear the influences of Good Kid, Mad City throughout this album.
Yes.
You can definitely hear even, I would say, influences from Isaiah Rashad's joints.
Yes.
Sylvia Demo.
Yep.
I hear, when I listen to this album, I hear both of that. Like I hear both of that. That I'm like, that's the inspiration I'm hearing. He can rap good. You know, the production on here was pretty solid. But I just don't think I'll listen to this again. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not gonna stay with me. Like when I'm listening to this album, I'm not like, if someone's playing this album, I'm like, oh shit, that's what's up. Turn it up. I like that joint. It would be like that. But it's no situation where I'm like, I gotta turn this on again.
You think?
Like,
Do you think it's good?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm torn.
Okay.
I think it's a good album. It's not whack. It's not just okay. It's a good album because he checked all the boxes that I like. You know, from an MC to do. But it's just like
The replay value is
the replay value is not there for me. I mean, and I think personally it's just because I just listen to so much other shit that when I'm in the mood to listen to music, I'm gonna listen to the other shit. I'm not gonna listen to this.
Yeah,
so that's really, I mean, that's really a me thing. But he checks everything. Like, he checks it. Even the features. I like J-Rock feature on here. I like
everybody did their thing.
my girl, she's on here. I love her. Samara
did
Sin. Am I saying her name right?
Samara Sin.
Samari Sin. Yeah, I fucking love her. So I'm glad he had her on there. Listen to some of her stuff if y'all haven't. Yeah, just even on her socials, like she got like little videos where she rapping and shit. She's dope, bruh. Isaiah Rashad, I feel like the joint before the one Isaiah Rashad felt more like an Isaiah Rashad joint. I think it's called 3 a.m.
The one with J-Rock?
No.
The one with J-Rock.
It's 3 a.m. at Dairy. 3 p.m. at Dairy. That sounded more like an Isaiah Rashad joint than East Chat did. But yeah, everything, like I said, he checked. I kept seeing La Russell. That's probably the only feature here I didn't care for.
So that's the one that you didn't like. I like La Russell on here.
I don't like I've been seeing his name a lot, and then I finally looked into him and see what he was about. I love the fact that he's very positive. He has I want to bring fun back to hip hop, and I like that.
The Russell's on the come up though.
Yeah, I like
and the independency too.
Yeah.
Like,
I like that part of him, and I
that.
respect it. But as a rapper, he's terrible. As a rapper.
Oh wow.
Yeah, as a rapper, he's not good. But like I said, the other stuff, I'm like, okay, cool. He's bringing fun to hip hop. I think that's dope as hell because we don't have a lot of that. Like, yeah, like you said, the independent come up that he's doing. I think I respect that. That's dope as fuck. Yeah, I just like this. But yeah, that's why I'm torn with this album, bruh. It's just like
me knowing you and the type of music you like. The one thing I would say that Ray Vaughn doesn't necessarily bring to the table, and again, it's not taken away from his lyrical ability or his flow or anything like that. He's not. He don't wow you with the way he put words together. He's very matter of fact.
Isaiah Rashad didn't, and I fucking love Sylvia Demo.
But I feel like he had more style points.
I don't know.
Nah. I think to me, Isaiah
Ray
Rashad
Vaughn may have more style points.
Oh no, you tripping.
Just as a rapper,
tripping. Yeah, as a rapper, nah. Isaiah Rashad got way more style points than Ray Vaughn. Like when you say that you're torn, B, because I'm with you. Like he does check all the boxes.
He checks everything. Yeah. But like the same stuff that I would complain about artists need to do more of.
Yeah, he does.
He's doing that.
Yeah. And here's the thing too. Like I don't even disagree with you with the replay value because like if I'm gonna play music, this is not an album that I'm gonna go to first.
Yeah. But if someone's playing it,
I'm cool with it.
I'm like, I know that joint. Turn that up. That's yeah.
But yeah, it don't have high replay value for me either.
Yeah.
But it's not nothing that he's not doing. You know, it's just I feel
that's
you.
why
I think it's really interesting with Ray Vaughn. I would have listened to it anyway, and I really, 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 really wish I could remember the featured song he was on. where I was like, oh man, I think I'm starting to mess with Ray
It
Vaughn.
was one song he released, I want to say like a year or so ago.
He was on somebody else's album, B.
Oh, no, this was a song. This was a song he released.
Maybe it was Porches. Ray Vaughn was alright, you know. But I think Porches was the one I was like, oh, there's Presence. You know, I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's Ray Vaughn? And then so at some point I would have listened to it. I was pleasantly surprised by this though. I did not expect what I got. I did not expect the versatility and songs, the beats, the influences as well, which I would urge you to be a little bit cautious with, especially with one of those joints. It really reminded me of something off G&X. Whenever I bring that up, people say, oh, it's just the West Coast sound, blah, blah. Okay, fine, I get that. But, you know, we rap fans, but I hear stuff like that, I'm like, oh man, I just heard that last year. I think there's a lot here to be like distinctive on his own, but then at the same time, it's like, you're also kind of copying this, or sounding like you're copying this other person. Another rapper that had an issue with that was Logic. Logic would get those same critiques when he would do something very similar. That speaks to Logic's talent as a rapper, that he's able to actually do that. But sometimes it would interfere with who the fuck is Logic, you know, as a rapper, because he'll do this one thing, then he'll do the straight thing. So anyway, this is not to get on Logic, because I think Logic is good. There's no knock on Logic at all.
Yeah.
But this is just to kind of bring that around to do a comparison here. So I think I definitely heard some songs on here where they were definitely original enough for him to be distinct, and maybe I'm just influenced by that, what happened last year. But nah, man, I was like, damn, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's why every time I kept talking about it, normally we don't say how we feel. I didn't know we were going to review it, but I kept starting to really push for it, but I'm like, nah, this is kind of really good. I really wanted to hear what you guys thought about it. And yeah, because this is outside of the beef. I think the beef will definitely get people to listen to it.
Of course.
I think it's good enough for people to walk away fans of it. But yeah, from Flocker's Remorse to Triple XLT, Dollar Menu.
Dollar Menu was dope. Another one of my favorites was the 3 p.m. The 3 p.m. at Dairy was dope. Clown Dance was dope. I like Janky and Moral Compass. That was another introspective joint.
Yeah, that was good too.
That was dope as hell. Nice. Miles Away from Heaven was dope. Like even the way he closes out was good. Suburban Kids was dope. This is like, listen to it, I'm not mad. I'm not like, oh, this is a chore getting through this when I was, listening to this multiple times for the review. But I'm pretty sure people that's watching it, I'm pretty sure it's artists, it's pretty sure it's albums y'all listen to where it's like, yeah, this shit is good.
Bro, I do it all the time.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of shit.
I know I'm not crazy for thinking that. I'm pretty sure people ain't gonna, they might disagree with me on this album, but I'm pretty sure y'all had artists before that y'all listened to, and y'all be like, yeah, the album's solid, but I ain't gonna go back and listen to it. Like, come on.
Yeah, you're not dissing the album, saying it's trash. I got you.
Exactly.
I got you.
What was your questions on
something? So I was like, with a song that kind of sounds like me, like a general consistency, it almost sounds like he's still in that part where he's like figuring out exactly like how to present who Ray Vaughn is.
Yes.
So
I would love to ask him about making this album. I hope we can get him on the list.
Yeah. That and like sonically, like kind of sort of what to expect, right? Because I 100% agree with you with Sylvia demo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even though I was late to that party because I didn't like it originally, and then years later I came back and I liked it.
Yeah.
And partly why I came back and I liked it was sonically what it represented.
Mm-hmm.
And this, I feel like, even though you get the new LA sound, it's not him. Or at least it doesn't feel like it's him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just feels like it's a sound that I hear, so I'm gonna adopt it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can do it, but it's like it's not uniquely him.
But I think that's why he gave as much personal stuff to kind of maybe
100%.
overwrite that feeling.
But on Good Kid, Mad City, which is the other reference or influence that B was talking about, which I do agree as well, even though it sounded West Coast, we never heard nothing like it. So that's why that was Kendrick. Like, that sound was Kendrick. Like, it now if you try to copy it, it's like, oh, you're trying to bite Good Kid, Mad City. And not saying that this is trying to bite Good Kid, Mad City by no means, but again, that sound was unique to that project. And these sounds aren't unique to Ray Vaughn.
I think there's enough variety on here, and I think the sequence is actually pretty good.
It is.
So I'll give him that. And I listening to him, like there's something, like there's a breakout star here.
100%. 100%.
That was probably the biggest takeaway I had. I'm like, oh, this guy got something.
Yes.
Because for a while he was just a guy on TDE.
Yeah, he was just floating.
Yeah, he was just a guy on TDE. He was one of the new cats and stuff like that. But we didn't. It's like, who are you? When are you ready? When are you gonna give us something? When are you gonna present us something? And then we as rap fans have to judge, like whether or not you're gonna make it through.
Yeah.
And I think, man,
it's kind of like Doechii. Like when we first heard Doechii, it was like, oh, okay, this is different. She got talent, but like she ain't necessarily figure out her lane, but you heard it and you saw it, and then all of a sudden Alligator's Bites Don't Hurt come out and it's like, holy shit. And I feel like that with Ray Vaughn, he has a holy shit moment.
It's almost like artist development is going on over there. I don't know if it is, but it feels like it. Because Doechii was just to me when she first, like, I know a lot of people loved her, but I wasn't that high on Doechii like that.
It wasn't into Alligator,
yeah.
It wasn't to that album.
It was a couple like, oh wait, that's a different Doechii.
Yeah.
On here, and then the album came, I'm like, okay, here we go. The biggest takeaway from me, man, I'm like, damn, Ray Vaughn is a piece of shit. Like, bro,
I know, bro.
No, he tells us. You listen to this, bro.
Bruh, he ain't worth a damn.
Right.
He ain't worth a damn, kid.
Yeah. It'd be hard to be his homie.
Bruh.
It'd be hard to be his homie.
I'm like, this man ain't worth a damn, kid.
He took his brother's lunch money. He's staying at somebody's crib, I think, or doing some fucked up shit.
Not paying rent.
He got cussed out about that shit.
Yes, bro.
I'm like, God damn, Ray.
Yep. Because his mother left him a voicemail and shit. Like,
he said his car broke down. He's sleeping in it now. Like, bro, this Ray Vaughn, bro. Yeah, man, you been going through it, bro. You been going through it, man. I'm glad. I'm
trying to figure out life.
He definitely trying to figure out life. But I was like, I think it was the last level. Like, God damn, Ray, you need to get your shit together,
damn,
bro.
Ray.
Last thing I got, Suburban Kids, I think is a great closer.
It is.
And just listening to just the mental things that he was going with, and to put that on there, just the idea of, like, he said, death got to be easy because life is fucking hard. You don't make it hard. You don't make it easy for yourself, right?
Yeah.
But nevertheless, life could be making you do those things. But I mean, he opened the album. He said about to go rob somebody. He said, man,
the burger spot. They used to. They know your mom. They know everybody. Like, why are you trying to do that to him?
And what he say? Well, he know I'm packing it. He said, I don't play. Like, goddamn, Ray. Anyway, but nah, man. Yeah, TD might got something.
All right, so time for the grades. If this is your first time here, these are the categories that we are grading: flow, lyrics, production, features, execution, replay value, and overall. Ours started off with the flow. Give me B+. Beezy?
I go B.
Ken?
I went B+.
Lyrics?
B.
B+.
A-. Production? I'm at a B.
I'm at a B-.
B.
Features? Ken?
B.
Yep, solid B.
I'm at a B as well. Execution, I'm at a B+.
Execution, I'm at a B+ as well. I thought this was executed well.
Yep.
The sequencing was good.
Yeah, B+ for me as well.
Replay value, Ken.
For me, the replay value is a lot higher than you guys.
Okay. You know what mine is? What's your replay value?
I'm gonna give it a B for me.
Okay. Yeah, it's higher.
Because after I first listened, I was like, damn, I can't believe what I just heard. That was actually pretty good. I want to hear it again. And I want to hear it again. So it wasn't a chore to listen to it. So I can definitely listen to this again.
Beezy?
Why he cut his eyes at me?
C-.
Ooh.
I feel you though.
C-.
Damn, but you lower than me, and I'm at a C.
Okay.
Yeah. For all the same reasons that we said in the review.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm at a B on this project.
The C minus brought it down to overall to a B minus. I was higher, but the replay value brought it down.
I do want to modify one of my grades.
Okay.
I'm thinking about that last song and some other ones. I think I'm gonna go B plus on the grade on the lyrics.
And you were at a B?
Yeah, I'm at a B overall. But
No,
yeah,
no,
I was
no.
on lyrics I was at a B.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he deserves higher than that. I think he
Yeah.
deserves higher than that.
That's why I gave him A minus for everything that we talked about. Like, again, putting himself out there like he ain't shit nigga, but
yeah.
he figuring it out. So
Yeah. So overall B plus.
and did I say my overall?
Yeah,
Okay.
we did. Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah, what'd you give it?
B.
Okay, you got
B
a B.
overall. Yeah.
And you were at C. D.
Overall,
No,
B
I'm just
minus.
messing with you.
Yeah,
B minus.
B minus.
The C
Okay.
brought it down to a B because it would have been a B plus overall if it was.
Yeah, one of y'all
higher.
said that. Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
But it is what it is. Good project, right? Like
Yeah.
nobody's complaining.
Yes,
Nobody's
yes.
complaining at all.
This is crazy.
How do y'all feel? You know what I'm saying? Is this project a good TDE project? Is it good for Ray Vaughn? You know what I'm gonna say. The conversation after the conversation is in the comment section. Leave your grades as well. Let me know how you guys feel. And we will catch you on the next one. We out. Peace.
Peace.